Hello, hello. Right, today, continuing on with some of our King of the Ring development. Yesterday we managed to get pretty well. Fairly happy with the slam attack and a bit of like screen camera shake, all that kind of stuff going on. So this is our. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. Yeah, this is our. Oh wait, I'm just trying to download this sound effects bundle that I got a little while ago because I want to start bringing in some sound effects into the game, which I think will be add a little bit to gameplay. And it looks like it's just decrypting that bundle. But basically, this is a game that we made for Ludum Dare 51. The theme was every 10 seconds. And we ended up making a Royal Rumble style game where you play as a king of a suit. You've got to knock all the other cards out of the arena. There's an idea that we might try and implement, which is building up poker hands by knocking out specific enemies. And we've also got some animations, well, some designs for various other cards in the deck. So when this has finished decrypting, quite a big audio bundle. I've got to figure out how to split it up so I don't have to import all of it into this one project. Otherwise that's going to be a massive import. Like 10 gig of audio files. Unfortunately it's all stopped until that finishes, so we'll be starting pretty soon. I suppose I can always open VS Code separately. So what to do so we still got left? I feel like we floated some into the code at various points. So if I search for to do we have any in our... Yeah, so the input map. The slam to be an input, a single input. I think we've done this now. We've got our slam attack in here, so maybe this is done. We might need to tweak it a little bit, but I'm just going to get rid of that for the moment. I think that's done. Oh, okay, that looks like that's done as well. Now hopefully that's not import. Oh no, I don't want to import all of the files into this game. I guess if it does import them all anyway, then we can preview them here and just delete the ones we're not going to use. But I'm hoping in this ultimate sound effects bundle, we've got all the kind of audio and sound effect that we might use for this game. Yeah, okay, so we've got an option to import here. So apparently this is where the files get downloaded to. Can I unbundle this? What happens if I try and open this? Will this open up a new... I wonder if this will open up a new Unity package. Unity project, and we can have a look at it there. Don't know what it's trying to do. Trying to do something. Let's have a look. Can we preview audio files, Unity assets? Not sure that's going to be any use. Still trying to do something, so who knows. Hope I've not crashed it. It's always the problem with working with files that are massive. That's a 10 gigabyte file. I'm tempted to just do a new... What's that? That's the same version. So we try and launch this 2D test. It should be a pretty empty empty file, empty project. I think we might close this. This one seems stuck, unfortunately. Open file, Unity asset, file explorer. That's just preferences. Have to wait and see for a bit. Okay, so where do files from package manager in Unity that's where I went to, but that's not what it looks like. Here we go. Local Unity cache. Right, let's try that one then. So local Unity packages, maybe in a machine. No, could be called like ultimate sound effect or something. What's the package called? Ultimate sound effect music bundle, everything bundle. Text mesh, timeline, visual scripting. Doesn't look like it's here. We can get the size of it, but it doesn't seem to be populating, so... Right, let's come back to this. Let's just add a new scene. And we can unload this one. My assets. Yeah, that one seems stuck now. Right, so this is downloaded. So let's import it to here and then we can try out some different files. Hopefully we should be able to listen to them there. Am I just not seeing it in here properly? Well, actually, I know how I'll figure out what's the size of this. If this is over 10 gigs, then the sound effects are in there. No, okay, the sound effects are not here. Could it be an NPM package? Might be this bottom one. Services, quick filing. I think these are mostly built-in features, so let's just check this bottom one. And doesn't look like it's there. Let's see, what size is that? Anywhere else this could be? Editor? Nope. Ooh, let's have a quick look in licenses. Nope. They seem to think it's in the roaming file. Let's double check now. We might have updated since. Asset store. Load on. See, that is it, but I want to see the files in it. Oh. I wonder what I wonder if we can open it in like 7-zip or something. Also, where's folder options? Yeah, we want file name extensions. There we go. Right, maybe in here? No, that looks like something else. Looks like we just gotta wait for a bit then. I don't want to delve into that. Just gonna have to wait and see for a bit. Okay, it's managed to close the other instance. I have to wait and see with this one. Right, I'm just gonna top up my water. Might make myself a coffee actually while this is happening. Be back in a sec. Right, let's have a little look. Oh, here we go. Right. It looks like we found something. I can take this spinner back off now. Okay, so can I don't want to import all of this. So where can I listen to them? There must be a way, right? Like really all of the music side of things I don't really want to bother with. Right, let's see if they're available in here now. Nope. There must be a way to see this, right? Right, Unity package. Let's move that coffee out of the way. Right, package, open file without importing to project. I think this is all old stuff though, isn't it? Unless we just import them all into this file here, and then we can see where they are. I don't think they've not been imported yet, have they? They're not in here. We've got our text mesh pro, that has been imported. What I'd love to do is like split these up into their folders. Not sure. Can I split up a Unity package without importing? This might cover it. Related issue. No. 2020, this should be okay. This is a bit different now. This is about splitting up a Git repo. Nope. Let's see if this is any good.
Hey, what is up, nation? In this session, I'm going to be showing you how you can buy assets from the Unity Assets Store and import them into SketchUp.
I don't want to.
I figured this out for a really, really long time, and I finally figured it out, but it was like 3D file. Okay, or I've already made a purchase, guys, and I don't need any prefabs or anything like that. Scripts. So basically, I have these two things, the meshes set, and what I'm going to do is hit import. While that is importing, you want to go.
Yeah, it looks like you've got to import them into a project. Okay, well, might as well get it started then. Hopefully, it doesn't take too long. No, maybe it's not going to take too long. Maybe it's got them in a location somewhere. I think once it's in the project, we should be able to right-click and open them up. I suppose while it's doing that, we can think of what sound effects we need. Let's just call it sound effects. Okay, so we need slam impact to ring, jump, land, grab maybe, like a shuffling sound, moving around the ring. It'd be good to have a UI interaction sound, so like clicking buttons and stuff like that. Maybe a UI hover sound. That would just be the interaction sound, but like muted. What else will we need for this game? Could have like ambience ring noises, so like camera flashes and crowd cheering, etc. Some ring out sound effects. I'll make that quite satisfying to like knock people out of the ring. What else? A crit. Well, just crit noise. Maybe like grab success and throw. and drop. Okay, that's a fair list. Hopefully this looks like it's almost done. Come on. Now it's importing. Right, this could take a while. I suppose I can relaunch the game now. So we'll have both projects open. This one just for checking out the sound effects. And then when we've got ones that we like, we'll import those into the game without importing the full package. Let's close all of those. We're just going to stick with what we've got there. So the other thing is we want to figure out a way to ignore colliders briefly. Unity. Not how you spell briefly, is it? Yeah. So yeah, it's basically, it'll be the same idea as friendly fire, right? And that's useful when it's like out of a gun. What if we want to only interact with certain objects? Only collide with certain objects. So we can... When was this last? This is one of the problems with Unity, I think, is that a lot of the questions were asked so long ago, it's like, it's still relevant? So what we want is while we're slamming, let's see, if we set this up here. Legend.gameObjects.compare tag ground. And then an else. Look at all other colliders. We want to do physics. Well, physics 2D maybe. Ignore collision. Do we have our own collider? Player collide. Oh no. Oh yeah, object collider. That's it. Oh, it's a collision object, not collider. Does that matter? Collision. Dot. Game object. Dot. Get component collider. Collider 2D. Maybe that might work. God, this package import is going to take forever. Hopefully I only have to do it once. And at least we've got something else to keep us busy while we're doing that. Right, so now I think all of this stuff this can actually all go in here now. It's the same setup. Then this we don't care about. So if we're slamming, we do this. Otherwise, it's annoying that we have these separate ifs. We must be able to swap that around, right? But yeah, we want to ignore all of the other colliders if we're slamming. And that just ignores the physics. I think with the player... No, where is that? Player controller? Yeah, here's game over. That's on trigger entry. And yeah, if we're hitting the ground, but this if occurs, and then we check this if as well. So yeah, that's fine. It can do both. Let's see what that comes out as. Okay, so if we run this, hopefully when we do a slam attack we can slam 3 people now. The issue we were having yesterday was when we slam, it had some weird collisions with other enemies and we just like float across next to them. So okay, we got collision at the moment. We slam, oh no, let's grab. Oh no, restart. Right, so we slam. No, we're still colliding with them. So that's the kind of weird collision that I want to avoid. I think I can get rid of those logs now. That's enemy controller. This one. There's a bug in here as well that I need to figure out. So it's the log collision game object. Let's see if it's detecting at least what we're slamming into. Yeah, see, we're hitting. So it knows that we're hitting them. It's weird as well that grab kind of corrects it a little bit. So why are we not ignoring the physics of it? Oh, I've got it the wrong way around. I might have this the wrong way around. Okay, so Unity, stop objects colliding. Hopefully this will give us a good idea.
And you want to collide with the environment, but you don't want to be able to push around other players or enemies. It's actually pretty simple. On screen now, you will see I'm being pushed by the enemy, and that's not what we want, so let's fix it. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is go to your layer. We're going to hit add layer, and we're going to make two layers. We're going to call one character, and we're going to call one character collision blocker. You can also call it character collider blocker or whatever, it's all the same. Then under our player game object, we're going to make sure we set it to character and click yes to change children. And then we're going to do the same thing with the enemy, changing everything on the enemy and player to a character layer. Next, we're going to create an empty game object in the player. We're going to call it character collision blocker. And then we're going to set the layer of that to character collision blocker. We're going to add a rigid body. We're going to untick use gravity and tick is kinematic. And then we're going to add a capsule collider. We're going to make this about the size you want the collision boundary to be. I'm going to turn on my gizmo so I can see it, and that looks pretty good to me. Next, I'm going to right click on that and copy it, and I'm going to paste it under the enemy game object and reset the transform so it's on top of the enemy. Okay, we're actually almost done. Next, we're going to go to project settings, go to physics, and scroll down. We're going to make it so the character collision blocker only collides with the character collision blocker, but the character does not collide with the character. Lastly, let's go to our player. Let's add a component. We're going to make a script. I'm going to call it block character collision. Let's create an add. Let's open it up. And we're actually going to keep the start method, and we're going to erase the update method. And all we're going to do is make two variables here for capsule colliders. Make them public. Let's call the first one character collider, and the second one, let's call it character blocker collider. And then on start, we're simply going to say physics.ignore collision, character collider, character blocker collider, and true. Let's save that, and then in the inspector, let's drag in the character collision blocker on the character blocker collider variable, and on the character collider, just drop in the player game object. Now, do the same thing for the enemy, add the component, and then drag in the character blocker collider and just the regular collider. And now when we start the game, you will see that if I run at the enemy, I will not be able to push him. And the same is true if he were to run at me. A couple ending notes here. This tutorial assumes you're using a capsule collider and rigid body on your player or enemy regardless. If for some reason you can still push the enemy or player, what you want to do is make sure that your regular capsule collider is smaller than the capsule collider used to block collision with another player or enemy. Alright guys, thanks for watching.
Not really what I want to do here. God, that package is still importing. This is going to take forever. So it knows it's there. It knows which ones it's colliding with. So we want to just pass through Unity, pass through Collider when attacking or something like that. Maybe. We basically want to disable hitbox. Temporarily. You just disable.
Hello and welcome back to this tutorial. And stick with the wall, it will collide and stick where it is. And how we do is very simple with a on is now two videos I'm in Unity.
No, that's not what we want to do. This looks like it's just stop on collision rather than. Let player walk through wall. Here we go, maybe. I feel like it's just finding the right keyword here of the search term, and then it'll just turn up as exactly what I'm looking for.
With two identical balls that are in the exact same position, and then I have these two boxes over here. Let's see what happens when I run the game. Both of the balls start falling down the ramps, and then by the time they reach the end, one of them stops and the other one goes right through the box. Now these boxes are almost identical except for one thing. The box in front here is set to be a trigger. This makes it so that anything will pass through that game object. This is pretty cool and it has a lot of uses in your games. To make an object that other game objects can pass through, all you have to do is create a game object in the scene. In this case, I'm going to make a cube. I'm going to go ahead and give the box.
Not quite it either.
Visible in your scene by unchecking the game object path, like a water level in this swamp. Let's.
Not quite.
Hey everyone, another short video, just a quick one-off to demonstrate an ability that you might want to have a character have in your game. That is ability to become immaterial, and to, it may seem so, get rid of that, I was just testing
6 years ago. Ooh.
And then we're also going to add another physics 2D box collider. That we're going to trim because it's just too big. Okay. So there's box collider. Box collider. Now as you notice, the playable character is not a trigger. The platform is not a trigger. And the wall is not a trigger. They're all solid, that way they collide, they stop each other. Example, we'll put the character up in the air and we'll watch her drop. See, she stops. So she can't pass like I've been doing lately. I've already written the script ahead of time, but I'm going to walk through it step by step, so don't freak out when you see me copy and paste from the text file. I'll go through every bit of it. So let's open up Ghost Control. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the key code. This is going to give us the ability to make a change with input. In this case, we're only going to do one key code to handle the horizontal movement. We're just going to give it velocity. This is the trigger, as the variable would suggest. Next, the sole purpose of this statement is just to give them forward momentum, so they're going to move up against the wall. So get component, rigid body 2D. See, she's moving horizontally, and she stops when she gets to the wall because all objects are solid. If open parenthesis input dot get key down, open parenthesis immaterial, close parenthesis, close parenthesis. So this is clearly this. It's checking to see if this has occurred. And we defined it over here as hitting the space key. So if the space key has been hit, specifically pressed down, I'm going to do a couple things. First, get component, rigid body 2D, gravity scale 0. So this is the first thing I want to point out. When you create an object and you add a rigid body, it defaults to gravity scale. And very often you'll see people change that at the beginning when they're creating how much gravity should apply. What I'm demonstrating here is you can actually change that in real time using get component, digit, in real components.
So they're just making their character float and then become a trigger. But because we're using gravity to pull our character back down to the ring,
a
Very
air
tricky.
material. As you can see, that's one option, passing through solid objects, or maybe you want to make them invincible, and that way collisions are no longer occurring. So different applications for that. So that's about it for this one.
Hmm. It's not that. Unless you do something here like how else can I phrase this? Right, let's go Unity, allow game object to ignore with other game objects. It keeps coming back to this. I might have to figure this out. We tried that. I'm not sure that worked. Maybe the 2D one is slightly different. Yeah, so they've done the same thing here. On collision enter. I think we're using that already, right? If it's the ground, otherwise object collider is our own object collider. And this is the object that we've collided with. What was the other? I've already got this open somewhere. Not sure. Let's see what the third overload is. Were there collisions or triggers between should be ignored? Maybe that's... I don't know what that even defaults to. Let's try that, see if that makes any difference. Right, so is setting that true? Does that work? We'll have to re-enable them after the land as well. I think. Nope, still hitting. It knows it's there. Just floating off the edge of the screen is quite funny, I think. That's the other thing, is that disappearing. I want to know what happens there. Put a few of these in the chat at the moment. I'm trying to figure stuff out. I don't get this. It knows it's colliding. Okay, so I think the other option here is to add extra colliders on all of the characters. And we have one collider that hits the ring and one collider that hits players. And we just turn off the player hit collider when we're slamming. I think that makes sense. So let's start with the player and then we'll add it to the others. The only problem is if we've got two capsule colliders, I think we're going to have to move it to we're going to have to move it down a level, aren't we? Which I think might mess things up a little bit. So we create object and call this character collider. And then we also add a ring collider. So we're going to add a layer here. Well, the ring collider can just be a default collider. This one though, characters, should really call this actors, I think. But so if we set you to characters, and then I think it was in project settings, physics. Here we go. Wait, no, we want it the other way around. Right. Let's turn these back on. I think what we want is this to be default, because the character collider should hit everything, and we want to turn this off when we don't want it to interact. And our ring collider needs to only interact with the ground. Or let's call it the ground. No, we want a ground and a character. Let's do it this way. Ground and character. And what we're going to do is we're just going to copy this component, we'll paste it here. We're going to paste it here. Nice, and we're going to paste it here. Is it different if we do? I feel like if we turn off this character collider, let's turn them all off. Now I think we're just going to drop through the bottom of the ring, but if we catch it quick enough. Just want to see the interaction. Right, no interaction. Then if we turn this on, I'm sure we could trigger those before. Okay, let's just assume that we're going to get this right. Now those two should overlap directly, so it doesn't matter if they're both on. I mean, really what we want is a generic character prefab. So what if we duplicate this? Character. And this character doesn't have a sprite. But has these two colliders. No, not what I wanted to do. Don't like that, Sat. Don't like that looking. What's going on here? Did that just crash? Oh. That's annoying. Hope we didn't lose too much there. This is ridiculous though. There must be a better way to do that. Right. Why is it so interesting to look through this thread? I feel like close the thread. I feel like people were commenting on this just to be annoying. Right, okay. Are we... No, don't want this. Am I still importing in this one? So where... Oh no, we didn't go back too far. Get rid of you. Okay, in here, what we want to do is we want to duplicate this loader. Copy component. We want a new empty object, and this is going to be our character collider. Okay. Well, what we want to do is make sure they overlap. So reset position. Okay, those overlap. And then we're going to duplicate this and call this ground collider. Right, this layer is for the ground collider. This layer is for the character. And then this one is going to be removed. I think the rigid body still stays on here. And then let's do it on the player. So we're going to get rid of this one as well. I'm going to delete that one. So on the player, we're going to get rid of this. We're going to get rid of this. These have no values in them. That's good. So I think what we want to do is we want to pull this character onto here, which has this ground position, drop position, ray position, character collider. So we can get rid of these three and disable this, yeah. I think we're just going to remove it. So we've just got our rigid body. Now we might need to reassign these grab points. Let's just check that they're in the right position. The ray out the front, grab holding at the top, and the drop throw from the front. That looks okay. The character itself, we don't need a second rigid body, so let's get but all the characters, this is going to be the same. So this can be on here. And to be fair, the movement script is going to be the same. No, they've got different settings. So we're going to remove these scripts from this. So this just has the rigid body. Then when we go on here, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. So the player now, got the sprite, and in our grab here, we want our grab position. We want our drop position and our ray position. And then the only other thing that might have messed up here is in the code. So let's do a test run. I think the code is going to struggle to find where the colliders are now. Because it's no longer a just get component on the game object where the movement script is. It has to dig down a level. Yeah. So yeah, our object collider so we need to drill down into the character. How do we get this game object? So let's say game object, target game object. No. Where's our object collider? Here. So let's do this as a serialized field. Right, I think what we want now is in our player movement script, our object collider is going to be the character collider. This is going to interact with everything. This is going to only interact with the ground. Let's just give 2 inputs. I know it's annoying, but so you are going to be called ground collider, and you're going to be called character collider. Character collider is going to be the one that gets disabled. Yeah, I think so. Now these are going to be assigned. We won't need to... Again, on awake, I don't think we need that. Because they don't start on the ground. I think we can just turn both of these lines off. How does it test on collision enter? Is there any game object? And let's just say this is our character. collider for the moment. It's going to mess up all the enemies as well, isn't it? God, who'd have thought colliders are such a nightmare? There must be an easier way to do this, I just don't know it. Right, let's turn a couple of these off. Let's turn the spawner off. And then diamonds we're going to have to change up. Diamonds needs our character set up. So we're removing that component. We're removing these three. And now our ground collider, actual collider, character collider, and then the grab position, drop position, ray position. I suppose the next thing is to move the enemy controller script off of the prefab and onto its own separate container. We're going to leave it like this for the moment though. Right, so Diamonds has got the right setup, the player's got the right setup. But I think we're still going to have issues here. I think it's just going to drop through. Because how does it know if it's got collision enter? Like, this script can't know where the game object colliders are. It has to be looking, yeah. So when this script collides, we need this on collision enter to be a movement script based on where the collider is. Oh god, this is confusing. Right. Well, maybe what we do is we leave this collider on, copy component, we're going to put it onto here again, that's where we were, where did I put it? At the bottom. Let's bring it back up to the top. That's all where it should be, if it will let me. There we go. I have to do it in the prefab. Oh wait, so this layer. So this is additional. Right, remove that here. We'll go into the prefab and edit it. And we just want to copy this component onto our player. Ooh. Right, and then we can reorder here, hopefully. Yeah, okay. Now, we just make this a trigger. So this doesn't interact with anything. It's just used as the trigger, maybe? Let's see. might have to go back to what it was. I think this might not be the right path to go for this bug. Yeah, okay. So having this on here, oh, we've got loads of colliders on you now. That's one, and then these two are offset. Why are they offset? Because this is offset. No, let's not do that. I'm tempted to just undo all of these changes because that might be easier than unpicking what we've just done. Oh god. I think let's do that because I don't think this is the right way to. Let's see, where does that take us back to? Yeah, okay, so that just leaves us with the character prefab here. Let's just double check we're back to where we were, because I didn't like what's happening there. I think that might be the route we have to go down, but I need to think about it a bit more detailed. Right, okay. Yeah, this is still decent. And we're still getting that collision issue where you can land on the other colliders, right. Okay, and it's undone code as well. So yeah, we just got the one object collider now. Okay, right. Back to where we were stable. Really. So I think what we want to do is have different colliders that we can turn on and off that interact with different layers. Yeah, that's so annoying. Right. That sound effects package is still unbundling. There must be an easy way to unpackage that as well. Right, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a quick break because I want to have a think about this. It'd be boring just to sit here and think about how it's going to work. So, anyone's lurking and wants fancy giving the previous version of this a try, it's available on itch, which should be a link going into chat now. And yeah, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Let's leave. Do this one. I'm just got to adjust that timer. Tools, timer, 5 minutes. There we go. Alright, back in a sec. Right, let's see if we can figure this out. I think I've got an idea of what to do. I'm thinking what we do instead is we target this trigger ball and turn it on or off based on if we are slamming. And I hope we can do that. There's a setting. It is a setting on the collider, isn't it? Yep. So I think we want to take our object collider. So when we start our slam, if can slam here. So when we set state slamming, we want to take our object collider and hopefully there's a, yeah, all is trigger. Let's set that to true. And then on collision enter 2D, if we hit the ground, we want to make sure that this is false. Now hopefully, let's give that a test and see if that works. So hopefully, if we start a slam, we ignore collisions until we interact with the ground, and then we turn on our collider. We should be above the top of the collider. So I'm just concerned that we either it ignores it because we're already past the edge of the collider, or it enables like halfway through and then we get like rocketed up because we've suddenly enabled the collider. But what we should be able to see is if we watch our ball here, we should see the check mark go on and off. Hopefully, if this is how it works. So if we do a slam, yeah. So we just slam through the floor now. So we need to figure a way to turn it on the collider earlier. Maybe we need on trigger. TD collider. Let's call this collider. So if collider dot game object dot compare tag is ground. We set this to false. And let's just do a log here of collided with ground. So we've got to save that, and we're going to get rid of this. Where's the console login here? There's one here somewhere. There it is. Get rid of you. Right, hopefully we're going to get a message here just to say collided with ground, and we can see that triggers. Right, we're going to watch our player. So currently his trigger is false. Oh, almost. That's a bit better. So we are getting the collided with ground. So let's pause there. What is happening? That should be true, right? No, oh no, it's... Bend false, that's correct. Right, I think the issue here could be it's no longer doing a collision enter because we have collided with the ground. So actually, maybe we want to just cut all of this slamming. So all the slamming functionality might be in here. Let's try that. Let's move all of this into here. And we should be in a slamming state here, so that can go in here as well. So if we have a trigger entered, if our trigger enters the collision with the ground, if we're slamming, we turn off the trigger, we assign all the values, and we trigger the slam effect. And then also, we do want to do all of this stuff as well. So this can go. I think we want to do all of this. And we can't do this bit because we're not in state brain. So actually, rather than that, let's do another function here. Rabbit boy land, let's call it. Hopefully there's not another one. So that's just going to be those things here. And in here we're just going to call land. And in here we're also going to call that function, regardless of what's occurred. Right. Fingers crossed. Let's see what happens with this. I think we're going to have to reload the game scene so it can figure out where all the characters are. How far are we through this? An hour and a half it's been unbundling the sound effects. Jeez. Right, relaunch this. Go on, please work. Oh, that might... I think that's worked. We're not colliding with the players anymore. We should just go straight through them. Yes. Where's this log coming from? I'm a shake event. Okay, that's fine. Sweet. Okay, that's one bug. Oh, why are you not interacting now, though? There's some characters that I can't slam. No, that slam worked okay. Okay, there is a little bug there. Let's and there was another bug yesterday that when the enemies do the slam attack, sometimes they just disappear out of existence. So I don't know what was happening there, but let's see if we can trigger some of that happening. Actually, I know where to... That looks like it's kind of work. Oh, wow. Oh, enemies can do a crit. That's fine. Okay, let's pause this a second. We don't care about that. Are there any other logs in this file? Nope. I completely forgot what I was going to look at here. Oh yeah, we were going to change it so that the enemies basically just do the jumping. So we get a random number between 1 and 100. If it's less than 50, we do our grab and throw. So if we change it to that, it will always do this jump or slam. Because we will never attempt to grab and throw, so we'll never be holding an object, so we'll never negate it. So this needs to go back to 50 after, but this should mean the enemies just do jumps and slams. Hopefully we can narrow down any bugs with that. What are we doing here? It's about 60% done. Still plenty more to go. Right. Come on, enemies. I might also take away their left-right movement. Okay, so they're not going for the grab attack anymore. So they should go for a slam every now and then. Right, that was fine. That was fine. Just gotta stay out of the way here. I mean, the easiest thing to do would be, like, there we go, he disappeared, right. I wish I had, like, a little replay mod, so I could see. I feel like another one disappeared there. Why are they disappearing? No, he's still there. He's still there. He's... oh, wow. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to cut down the number of enemies spawning. Let's look, let's do this in the enemy spawner. Great. Which is going to be here. So I think here we can override just by saying Nami equals 1. So we'll always only spawn one new enemy. And that seems silly just to leave in there. So to do, remove, override. Oh. Okay, so we should just have the 3 to start with, and then only get 1 new one each time. Okay, that looked okay. A bit of a weird interaction, but I think the spade did the slam, so it knocked the glove out the ring. Right, let's clear the way. Make it a little bit calmer. Right, can't do a slam attack. Right, didn't disappear. That's good. Didn't disappear. How am I going to narrow down this bug? When does it occur? Right, we got 4. Yeah, okay, he disappeared. And it was weird because I think the whole game object disappeared. So it wasn't just that the sprite went wrong, or the animation is missing like a frame. I think the whole game object in the hierarchy just got deleted. So it must be hitting some... It must be hitting a collider that's telling it that it's been knocked out the ring. Right, okay, so let's pause that for a second. So in our enemy controller, I think this is what's happening. So let's log enemy death at, what do we have here? Can we just do our get component? No, can't just do that. How do we get our collider, object collider? Get component rigid body. Can we just do that here? Let's do, no, not bar. Rigid body 2D RB equals get component RB and then we do RB dot position. Can we just spin that out? So hopefully this should show us where the player is getting destroyed. think actually what I'm going to do is get our player here. Can I... Where do I turn off gravity for the player? I think I can just set this to 0, right? Nope. Oh, there we go. Right. Death at 1.4, which I'm assuming is the x coordinate. Minus 1.9, is that right? Let's do it this way. Dot position dot y. So if it's going, but it is going into that function. So we're getting a trigger enter with an area that's called dead zone. I thought we've only got the 3 dead zones here. So how is it triggering into one of those? Right, that's fine. They got knocked out of the ring. Didn't die there. I'm wondering if we're getting something like the collider of the player, of the enemy, is like disappearing off to the edge of the map as it does the slam. Right, let's get you out of the ring. Go on, slam. That was fine. It's normal ring out death, but that's fine. Right, we need to make it so that they slam more often. Right, every half second they should try and jump. Actually, let's do really frequent. And let's make sure, where do we put our override? Oh, from the spawner, wasn't it? There we go. Right, remove override below. And this one's been overridden. $50, not 0. It should be re-enable line above instead. Why aren't they slamming more frequently? Or even jumping more frequently? Oh, there we go, right. So that's x equals 1.5, y equals minus... that shouldn't be minus. Because where are we here? If we look at the player, our y value here doesn't go... right, why is the y value going negative? Right, so that's the issue. Why is the slam putting the y value negative? That's fine. Right, what we're going to do... firstly, we're going to find some more music to put on from White Bat. Let's go back for this. Or we could put the Halloween one on. I haven't heard that one yet. Sure, this will do. Right, where is our... I don't think it's some preferences. I think project settings we want. And we want to change... physics, timescale. Where's timescale? Time. Timescale. Let's do 0.5 to start with. Let's close you. Right, so as long as no one slams, then the timescale shouldn't be, or crit slams. Timescale shouldn't go back to 0. To 1. Right. Ah, wait, was that? Oh no, I think by default it goes back to 1, just in case. So for some reason... in our enemy controller, our position Y is minus, which is on the rigid body where the enemy controller is. So let's take this for example, this rigid body here. There's no other rigid bodies. Not 0.4. Yeah, that looks right. Maybe let's just watch this diamond one. Not 0.4 is fine. Okay, so it seems more likely when the... Oh, damn it. Just missed it there. No, you're fine. Let's also log the collision.gameObject. I think what's happening is it's somehow hitting this dead zone below the ring, which you could drop it way further down, but that feels like it's just patching over an issue that's actually occurring. So if we look at the dead zones here, this dead zone base is the one I think we're hitting. Although that should only go up to -2. There should be x equals -2 here. Yeah, one got knocked off. It's definitely that dead zone base that is. I suppose the height of the enemy is slightly bigger than 1, so that's why it doesn't have to reach -2 to hit there. But why? Okay, what we're going to do is, if we slam, let's do an invoke repeating of what we're going to call this. We're going to call log position for 1 second every 0.05 seconds, and we're going to make a new function here which is called log position private void log position. This is just going to be log rb dot position dot y. And also current game object. Let's see if that gives us any insight. Our sound effects are almost unpacked, although it's still going to take forever. 2 hours later. Right. Oh, I know what we can do. Wait, let's pause this. Moving quick enough. Yep. What we do here in lock position is if rb.position.y is less than 0, then we want to set time.timescale to 0, which will pause the game for us, and we'll see why the rigid body has gone below 0, hopefully. Hopefully. Right, now we can unpause. Come on, players, do some slam attacks. That's fine. They're all positive. Nothing wrong there. Although, invoke repeating should stop after a little bit. That should have paused it. And also, why is it not giving us the game object? Oh, right. So we want this to be 0. We don't want it to wait a second to run. I thought that was how long we're repeating for. How do we cancel invoke repeating? I'm sure I've done this before. Cancel invoke repeating. Cancel invoke, okay. So we do our slam attack here. Let's just pop it here. Cancel invoke. Is that just all of them? Cool. I think actually we don't want that here. We want that when we land. Although I don't think we're getting even to the land anyway. Oh, I think I know what's happening. I think this impulse is too big. I think that's what's happening. Log default slam strength times 10. I think what's happening is one frame it's going, because it's an impulse on one frame, we're like slamming down way too fast. Because let's have a look at these enemies when it finishes loading here. So if we look at like clubs, for example, our default slam strength is 10, so we're getting a force of 100. They're all 10, yeah. Whereas the player's only 5. I reckon maybe we're giving too fast an impulse. Something messed up there. Something big is messed up here. Right, and let's see what we slam at. 50. It's always 50. Is it 50 when we do a crit as well? Yeah. So let's just do 50 out. Right, let's get rid of you. Get rid of this. We're gonna get rid of this. And this cancel invoke wherever it is. Inland, isn't it? There we go. Right, let's check where we are with this. I think it might just be that default slam strength. I think the impulse might have been too much and it was pushing it like through the bottom of the ring in one frame. Oh, didn't mean to just jump straight out of the ring. I think that looks better. I think that was it. We'd love to move the player somewhere so that I can just ignore, just let them do their thing. Let's move us out of the way. That's fine, let's turn off those. And then let's do it so that... Right, I think we can get rid of these ones. I think we found that. Alright, so we're going to save that in our enemy controller. We just want to say if rb dot position dot y less than 0f, then report it. And most of the time it's just going to be kicked out the edges of the map. Don't care about this. Right, and then hopefully we should only see when they fall off the bottom of the screen. In which case, actually, we want to check if the X value is within the confines of the ring. So what should happen? They should all bunch up here. Why have they stopped attacking though? That's fine. They all went out the side of the rings, that's fine. I think they're not landing properly. Yeah, they're not landing properly. I bet if we had a look at this, I don't know if we can see he's landed. Ah, one of them did. Damn it. I think it's still there. It is much less frequent now. Is it a passable bug? I think so. This is weird. So if I drop him down again, and he starts moving again. There's definitely a few bugs still in there. It's only they're getting stuck once they've done one attack. Why are they getting stuck? So from following. Right, I think we can go back to this though, that's fine. Go into here. If it's jumping. Slam. This is probably why. Let's do an elsive. I bet that'll fix it. Because now that they're not colliding properly with the ground anymore. It's a trigger. Yeah, okay, that seems to have worked. What have I done? I made sprite. Okay, I think we're happy with this. So let's reset things. We're gonna put our enemy spawner. Let's get rid of all these overrides. Right, let's search for to-dos. We just want to get rid of that entirely. I think we can just do this. And get rid of that. No, not you. And then in our controller, I think we're going to make J the slam attack for the moment. So we're not actually using this character, are we? Let's get rid of that. Where is our input system? Player input actions. Slam. You're not going to be a 1D actor, so you're going to be the same as this. So just J. I mean, I guess we can also add D would work. I think that does that. It might take a little bit longer to rebuild that one. Right, so it should just be J for the slam. I think if this all works, I'm going to package it up and do a release. Okay, so the next question is, why are you not being affected by slams? Oh yeah, we've got to get rid of that enemy death. Enemy controller. Jumping death. All of this, right? Don't care about any of that. That's okay. Now, is it something to do with that particular club, or? Why can I knock that previous one out of the ring? Right, this guy now is not being affected. But it is, sometimes. Hmm. I feel like the slam might be a bit too powerful. But other than that, I think it looks pretty stable. Let's go to here. And wherever we get our slam strength here. Do we halve it again? If we halve it, that downward vector doesn't change. And then up here, this is going to be less than 20, greater than 20 then. This has been halved. Let's see what that turns out like. Oh, the sound effects are finished as well. Right, so the slam now is like half strength, so hopefully that means more enemies survive even with a crit attack. I think maybe the base level needs to be like a certain minimum though, because like these like normal attacks aren't going to feel like they do anything. That's still quite strong crit. Yeah, we just need a bit more power on the base slam. His strength, slam strength divided by 4. Then his slam strength is less than 5. Let's set it to 5. Let's just do a log of flat strength here. Let's see what values we're dealing with. Considering 20 is now a crit. Yeah, 22 is quite strong. 7 doesn't seem to be doing anything though. Maybe making it minimum 10? Yeah, okay, I think minimum 10. Right, I think what we can do is we're gonna package this all up, upload it to itch. So there's a new version, and then we're gonna play around with some sound effects and stuff like that. Maybe next time, maybe a bit off stream. It doesn't feel like the slam does much sometimes. At least now it's not like easy to clear the ring. Unless you get a good, like if you get a well-placed slam. Although why is it not always affecting people? Okay, I think that's stable enough to keep it fun. So let's turn off this. We don't need to see that. Right, that seems to have worked. So we can get rid of that and all of this code. Save that. Save that. Log. Commented out. And then those are all fine. Let's just double check. Debug.log. Yeah, they're all commented out. There shouldn't be no logs in the chat, in the console. Right, we're gonna re-enable this, which is our level loader. These are fine, these are fine, these are fine. We're gonna load our preloaded scene, unload this scene, save. We're gonna commit that slam attack bug fixes. I'm going to check that all in, and then we're going to build new WebGL build, and we're just going to click this. Let's just see what's there, because I feel like there's stuff missing here. Where are the rest of the builds? There were loads. Oh no, they're in here, aren't they? WebGL. This select folder. Yes. Yes. Right. So we're going to leave this building. And then all we do is we zip them up. So we take the build, the streaming assets, template data, and index.html. So these are going to be updating as Unity builds them. Once they're all done, we take these 4, zip them up into a new zip folder, and then upload this into itch. So I might be doing it quite quickly actually. Sometimes it's takes a while. Yeah, okay. While it's doing that, I'm going to do a quick be right back again. Then we're going to upload this. Going to test it on itch just to double check that the build succeeded. And wrap up stream probably. Maybe. Or we might have a look at some sound effects. It's going to be a lot to test in there. Okay, back in a few minutes while this builds. Right. Still waiting for this build to finish. Wait, is our music finished as well? Oh, we just got to the end of it. Let's have a little look then. What do we want to put on? Go back to that one. Do some Pinhead. Put that on for the time being. Oh, why has it stopped? Right. While we're waiting for that then, let's see if we open this in Explorer. Can we now see the individual sound effects? Yes, I think we can. Brilliant. Oh, and all the meta files, but we don't care about those. Right, so I don't think we need any of those other ones to the right here. So our sound effects, we want the UI ones are kind of different. Ambient ring noises, and then most of these are like fighting ones. So we've got some fighting ones here. Probably you won't need Alien. Animal Sounds Pro. Footsteps could be good for shuffling. And zombie ones could be alright for some like grunts. Let's just sort by type. Let's see what some of these sound like. Let's pause the music a second. Oh wait, this is not gonna cut through, is it? Game dev, let's add application audio, sound effects, and we're gonna take groove music. Okay. That might be a bit too loud. Hopefully that wasn't too scary on the Let me just hear that was on stream. Right, let's listen in. So if we play that again. Okay, that's not too bad. Don't think any of these are going to be what we're looking for. I mean, let's start with the fighting one because it's probably going to be the closest type. Here. I'm just going to go on to the next one. Whoa, whoa. Does it just cycle through all of them? They're only like they're less than a second long. They show the playlist? Yeah, they're all. Yeah. Okay. Realistic punch. Maybe let's have a look at some of these. They're pretty similar, aren't they? How do I stop it auto-playing though? Where's our settings? Here? I want to play individual. I think I just got to do individually like this. Okay, heavy punches maybe. Let's have a look. Oh, I can get rid of that vaccine. And also let's just upload this version. Right, so be right back. You can go. We're going to take this version that we just built, which we did in WebGL, I think. So this is the new build from today. No. Okay, 2nd of the 11th. That is the new build. So these, these 4, we're gonna send to zip folder. Then we're gonna rename it to version 5. And then on itch, so we're going to edit game. Upload file. And then we're going to hide that. Save. Let's see. Obviously we need to update the controls page to tell people that a slam attack is available now. Let's pause our music for the moment. And we can hide our schedule. God, that hardly changes the audio level. I don't like that sometimes it doesn't actually do the proper slam. See, that should have cleared the board, but don't always hit everyone. think we might have it that the slam attack you have to build up to, because it is a bit too powerful. But this is okay for a new version at the moment. Nope, nope. Okay. Nice. So what else do we want to do with this? I think all we need to do now is we need to update the controls page. We need to add sound effects. Controls page. Add slam button. Bug fix. Slam doesn't always hit enemies. Maybe have to power up slam attack by throwing enemies of the ring. So let's say like a royal. So then I'll have to add in the queens and jacks as well. Ooh, Alright, we'll leave it at that for the moment. I think body slams are in the testing phase now. Still need to do sound effects and particle animations and stuff like that, but we'll leave that in doing. And I kind of want some stuff like this. I want an animation when enemies get knocked out. Cinema Machine is in. And we can add. Okay, so really, we want to do Queen, Jack, Ace, and 10. Let's just archive this. So a few more bits to do, but getting closer. And the updated version is now available. So we can close that. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up there. There's still a few more. I'm probably going to do a bit of work on some of this, but like off stream. Might do another dev stream tomorrow. It's not part of my standard schedule going forward, but I kind of feel like I'm a bit in the swing of things, so would be keen to keep this going. But if not, then the next stream is probably going to be a gaming stream on Sunday night. So if you're interested in what will probably be some kind of horror game. Maybe not Dead by Daylight this time, but I need to figure out what days I want to play different games and what days is going to be a variety day and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think that will come as I progress through the months of doing streaming. But yeah, hopefully this has been interesting. Please do try the game. I'll put the link in chat again, just so it will come up fresh on the screen. And yeah, hope to see you next time. Thanks anyone who's been lurking, and have a good week. Oh wait, I can leave that one on, that's fine. Yeah, cheers, see ya.